In Petersburg, the days go by, sneaking past the locals who hardly seem to notice the passage of time. Life here is a comfortable mix of tradition and routine. In Petersburg, you can still get a chocolate malt at the drugstore. And if you've been here before, the waitress is sure to know your name.
There you go, Doug.
Thank you, Miss Melvin.
Doug Smith is as much a part of this place as the wind.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Good
See you
shake.
later.
I was born out in Fort Stockton, Texas, and I grew up in Kermit, Texas. I can see literally 360 degrees, horizon to horizon. And so you can look right out across that horizon line and almost see the world just fall off, you know? Sometimes the dirt and the wind in West Texas is brutal. As my granddad puts it, this ain't no place for a weak man.
It was Texas musician Joe Ely that once said, "Out here you can stand flat-footed and see 50 miles, and if you stand on a tuna can, you can see 150. Yep, West Texas will make you strong or send you tail tucked to a city somewhere over the distant horizon. But once West Texas gets on you, it's as comfortable as an old pair of boots." And when Doug realized that the music on the radio just wasn't quite a complimentary soundtrack for the scenery, Doug looked up at the big sky and across the flat pastures and found inspiration.
I think people are surprised by where I get my inspiration. I think people are surprised that anybody would want to live in West Texas, period. For me, there's something magical about that. There's something magical about this place.
He is a West Texas Mozart, the piano man of Petersburg, creating melody after melody from within an old grain shed in his backyard, a makeshift musician studio that rattles and resonates every time Doug's weathered fingers strike a chord.
It's just a special place. You know, it could be, you know, out under a mesquite tree, you know, whittling on a piece of wood. You know, for me, it just happens to be in a grain shed whittling on a piano. So it works pretty good.
You don't look like a pianist.
Thank you. I don't look like a pianist. That's very true, I guess. Well, I don't look like Liberace, or I don't look like Elton John, and I'm thankful for that. I like my old wore-out boots and my old worn-out jeans and my old worn-out hat, you know. It's comfortable for me, and I like to be comfortable. And I'm the same when I'm on stage, you know. I just try to keep it very simple and basic and let the piano speak. I guess in my mind, I can't trace this music back really to a person or a human. I mean, when I hear it, it comes to me, and it's almost the source being God, I think. You know, I mean, to me, it's God's gift, you know, and I can hear that, and because I can hear it, I'm able to play it. It comes through me and comes through the piano, and by the time you hear it, the notes enter your spirit, and then you become the artist. That's what I mean by me being the middleman. I just kind of get the ball rolling with the piano, and then the listener becomes the artist, really.
Capturing that West Texas spirit takes someone who knows the land and knows music. Two things no one ever had to teach to Doug.
Nobody drugged me to piano lessons. Matter of fact, I never really had any formal piano lessons before, since I'm an ear player, you know, and I play with my ear.
Yep, this countrified composer learned on his own to express himself with 88 keys. It's a talent and a gift he does not take for granted. Doug, what would you do if you didn't play the piano?
Die. If I wouldn't have been given this talent, that I would probably be a roughneck in the oil field right now. There's a lot of truth to that. I mean, I can't imagine what my life would be without a piano and without music. I don't know why the piano, but I wish I did, because it would be so much easier to carry around a fiddle, or a guitar, or a harmonica, or a flute, or a trumpet, or a trombone, or a tuba. You could carry anything, I guess, easier than a piano. So really, I don't know why the piano, it just chose me.
You would expect that by now Doug would have given up the country life, leaving it behind for the excitement and culture of the big city. But Doug finds little inspiration in rush hour traffic. He writes instead about the endless rows of cotton and the West Texas wind. For Doug, every day is a symphony, composed by the land, brought together in a one-man show that turns this rustic old grain shed in the country into Doug Smith's Carnegie Hall.
And a lot of people say that to me. How do you stay out there in that godforsaken country out there like that? It's flat, it's dirty, there's nothing. When I'm outside on a beautiful night and it's starlit, you know, and the stars are just on fire, that celestial type of feeling that I get when I look up and see that makes me feel very small, and that's good. I can almost look through the stars and just almost be certain that I hear something. You know, maybe I do hear something.
Thanks for hopping in and traveling with us. Now click the subscribe button for more videos like the one you just saw.